Right. So basically, as I said, the videos which I shown on previous is we have seen on the various type of grippers what generally in recent scenarios. ரீசெண்டாக இருக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு அட்வான்ஸ்டு டெக்னாலஜியில் having the development of grippers is enormous and depending upon applications. As we see, it's mostly like the origami type or the tentacle studies and octopus type grippers. So these are some of the advanced type of grippers. So apart from grippers, it is these type of indefectors. Using the word tackle as indefector. So those indefector can be used as a gripper and also for these types of tools. So the tool in the sense is for machine tools, that is for drilling purpose, the cutting wheels, cutting, using cutting wheels, right? For cutting the material, grinding wheels for grinding the material, so sanders, right? So for smooth finishing, and for measuring instruments. So the indefector also mean for measuring the instruments, for measuring the purse, right? So based upon these classifications, general classifications, right? Um, type of this type of classification, first type of classification occurred with type of grasping modality. So this is called as a mechanical finger type, mechanical fingers, and special tools, and called as universal fingers. And according to the number of grippers, so single type and multiple type, it's single gripper and multiple gripper. So the first one is called as a mechanical finger. So generally this type of mechanical finger is mostly for the pivot point. So pivot point அப்படின்னா இந்த இடத்துல ஆக்சுவேட்டிங் வந்து ஒரு pivot point ஸ்டார்ட் ஆகும். This can maybe a multiple single pivot point or multiple pivot point. So means, so if this point having an actuating here, look at this point here. So if it is this pivot point is moving in front, right? So it will hold on this material. So if it is moving outwards from IDC ODDC, as like a piston arrangement here, right? ஸோ இது வந்து ஒரு பிஸ்டன் அரேஞ்ச் பண்ணியிருப்பாங்க. ஸோ இந்த பிஸ்டன் வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இஃப் இட் மூவ்ஸ் இன்சைட் ஃப்ரம் திஸ் ஐடிசி ஓடிசி எய்தர் இட் வில் ஹோல்ட் ஆன் தி மெட்டீரியல் ஆஸ் லைக் தி லிங்கேஜஸ். So it's going to be mechanical linkages here. So depending upon the application, depending upon the complexity of object, so the arrangement of piston and actuating will be done as per the complexity of object. So this is one kind of a two-fingered end effector, right? So this is one kind of what we are seeing before is called as a single type of um, single type of finger, right? So the next is multiple type, so multiple gripper systems. So the term multiple gripper system as of the end flange irundhu, after this end flange, what are the number of types of grippers? So as previous it is main eventually meant for holding a single type of object, and the multiple gripping system is ultimately meant for holding this multiple gripping multiple objects, right? So for object 1 to object 2 at the same time, right? Only through the end wrist. So having a single wrist and having two types of gripping system, right? And based upon according to the mode of gripping. So this is what actually we are seeing. So the different types of in a hollow type material, right? So if you are holding by means of an internal, say for example ஒரு எப்படி நம்ம threading, internal threading and external threading சொல்றோமோ, like according to the mode of gripping, it is called as internal gripping. That is where we are holding the material from inside, and for external gripping is where we are holding the material from an outside of an object, surface of the object. So all this type of internal and external gripping, it's an important point, is totally depending upon the application and what type of component or what type of object we are gripping for, right? Since the surface of the object is case sensitive in the sense is eventually going for the internal type of gripping, that depending upon if having any kind of holes inside. And of course, the another type of according to the degrees of freedom, right? So unilateral, bilateral, and multilateral. So in terms of unilateral is it's most like look at this point here. So hope the diagram is not visible clearly. So in unilateral type is having, say for example, the one point of base is getting stationary. The another one point of piston or the cylinder movement is getting rotating. That is a movement here. Reciprocating movement will be there. ஸோ அதாவது ஒன்று ஸ்டேஷ்னரியாக இருக்கும், ஒரு சைட் ஆஃப் வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இட் வில் பி இன் ஹோல்டிங், தட் இஸ் மூமெண்ட் வில் பி தேர். So the object what we are getting hold on is rested on this stationary. So the best example here is holding an object in a tooling devices. ஸோ எப்படி நீங்கள் வந்து ஒரு ஆப்ஜெக்ட் வந்து ஹோல்ட் பண்ணுறீங்களா எங்கே சே ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் ஒரு ட்ரில்லிங் மிஷின்ஸில் ஒரு ட்ரில்லிங் ஆர் ஷேப்பிங் ஆர் பிளானிங்கில் ஹவு வி ஆர் ஹோல்டிங் அன் ஆப்ஜெக்ட் that is one part will be in stationary and another will be in you are just screwed up to get tightened of the object. So likewise in unilateral அப்படின்னா ஒரு part of side வந்து stationary இருக்கும், another will move இருக்கும். And the second வந்து bilateral அப்படின்னா the actuating will be done from both the ends. If it is from multiple ends அப்படின்னா say for example the three jaw chuck, ஒரு three jaw chuck எப்படி இருக்கு, if you are holding a shaft at the center from three different points the shaft will be get hold off. That is one kind of example of this bilateral three jaw and four jaw chuck. This is one of the example is simple example of this multilateral gripping, right? So according to the power sources, so majorly as we know, the drive system is mainly meant for these three type of drives. So pneumatic, hydraulic, and electric. So these are the three types of power sources. So in that power sources, based upon those power sources, we are actually the gripping system can be varied. That is pneumatic, hydraulic, and this electric. So when it goes for an electrical type grippers, right? The best example is called a magnetic gripper. So when we are giving an electrical supply, the material will tends to get magnetized. Thereby, you will achieve the concept of this magnet. So it hold on the material. When the electrical power current is shut off or reversing the pole, it will get demagnetized. It will release the material. So those type of is called electrical grippers. And mostly for hydro pneumatic grippers is eventually meant for this creating this vacuum power. It is suction, creating the suction, right? And these hydraulic grippers is eventually melting for holding the material, holding a heavy object to pick and place, right? So don't have any kind of generally for pneumatic type of grippers is not meant for having motors. No motors case it is only having a piston cylinder attachment where we are generally getting for the suction head, right? So this type of pneumatic grippers is generally classified for angular type and parallel type. That I show you this image here. Look at this image here. So this type of angular grippers, it's like a general mechanical classification having fingers with the pivot points. So the angular grippers a common mechanical finger type of classification. So the mechanical classification having a pivot points, it's having a single pivot point or multiple pivot points and having a linkages. So it will holding the material that is called an angular type gripper. And of course, the parallel type gripper on the pathing, it's more like a sliding gripper mother. Right, sliding down and it's like parallelly both the fingers ரெண்டு grippers வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா it's like parallel இருக்கும். You'll just come and hold the object. Once the object is on work is done, either carry forward or to carry to some other place, it will release. The sliding motion will be to the far end, right? So I'm audible all, hope you are following me. Am I audible to you?
Yes, sir.
Are you all following?
Yes, sir.
Right. So the next type of gripper on the path is called as an hydraulic gripper. So this hydraulic gripper is only not only through by means of the pneumatic type of gripper where I cannot able to hold the maximum weight capacity of an object. Say for example, if an object is having in terms of kgs, in terms of hundreds and thousands, right? So where I can go, my doesn't be able to go for this kind of pneumatic type gripper where it having less capability or capacity to hold on the a huge amount of material, huge amount of material in terms of weight, right? Through that means if an object having a maximum weight or for that cases, I just have to go for this hydraulic gripper. This is for maximum load capacity, right? But here is less accurate compared with the pneumatic and electrical grippers. So this is not suitable for generally meant for not clean room applications. So why I am saying for clean applications? This because the cap low the force which are the force which is meant for to gripping the material is huge. That's why they are using they are messy. Messy in the sense it will take too much of holding power, right? And at last, this electrical gripper. So it is used for high speed requirement and gives light and moderate grip. But through by means of this pneumatic and electrical type, we cannot go for high amount of vacuum. That is high amount of gripping. Only this electrical and pneumatic, we are going for a medium amount of vacuum. That is medium amount of um, gripping, right? So better control, and also we can easily control the force. So right,